Welcome back, Your Town. Monterey, what an exciting place. Always something new, always something different. Our show's diverse today. We had 3 great guests. Our last guest is going to give you an opportunity to learn about opportunities because she works for the Opportunity Fund. Griselda Solis, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Marianne. Thank you for having Opportunity Fund on your show. We really appreciate it.
So, as most people know, I was a lender for 45 years.
Yes.
And it seems to me that if I look at my successes, part of my successes were to have a place where I could send people who were nearly bankable. And they just weren't quite there to fit a banking standard or parameter. But there's a place for an opportunity fund. And I think that the fact that it's in Monterey County, we're really, really fortunate to have you here. So you want to just talk a little bit about the fund and
Sure,
what you
I
do?
would love to. Opportunity Fund has been around for over 22 years. We started in San Jose, California, founded by Mr. Eric Weaver. 22 years ago, started in San Jose. We have recently expanded. My coverage area is Monterey County, Santa Cruz County, and San Benito counties. I love what I do. I love what I do because just like you said, we are trying to fill that gap between someone that does not qualify at a bank, and we're trying to keep them from getting those merchant loans or hard money loans that aren't too good for their business. We're hoping to fill that gap with easy to qualify, fast, affordable loans that will help them keep their doors open or take their business to the next level.
So someone must be in business for 1 year?
Yes.
Okay, so they have got to be in business for a year and be able to have tax returns to show that.
Yes.
And then they're eligible to have a conversation with you to see if they qualify. And typically, what's the size of the loan?
Typically, our loan size is about $10,000. We have a couple of different loan products available. We have a Neo Express loan, which we've had for about a year, which is very limited documentation. We do require that you be in business for 1 year. Limited documentation, we need a business license and an ID. That is it to get you $10,000.
And there's such a need for that because I'm not sure, and we're not going to talk about interest rates, but I know your interest rates are much less than they would be if someone went out on a 22 or 23% credit card.
Correct.
Which is oftentimes what a lot of small businesses do to finance, and then they just get in trouble because they're paying so much in interest every month. And if you were to look at it, is there any industry that you seem to be more drawn to or you get more applicants from, or is it pretty much across the board?
A lot of our borrowers, over 80% of our borrowers are low to moderate income. Over 80%, close to 90% of our borrowers are minorities. Over 50% of them are women. We're helping with that small community of people that consider themselves not bankable. And it's exciting when I get to a borrower and they feel there was no hope for them. And here is Opportunity Fund who's willing to take a risk or help them keep their doors open or take their business to the next level. A lot of the businesses, we also fund home-based businesses that a bank would probably not qualify.
So if someone's baking cookies out of their house and selling to a bakery or at a farmer's market,
Yes.
that type of business, or someone's a mechanic who maybe doesn't have a storefront, but they can prove that they've been doing the business.
Yes, we can help them with a small loan as little as $2,600.
Okay.
We can help them with a small loan as our loans now are in our small business department are going up to $250,000.
Okay, so $2,600 to $250,000.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And is there a lot more documentation on a $250,000?
Yes, of course.
I would think so.
Yes, a $250,000 loan. Of course, we will require more documentation, tax returns. Those smaller loans, which is my department, are very limited documentation. Like I was saying, the express loan, driver's license. I'm sorry, of course we need a loan application. Our loan application is 2 pages. I mean, we really want to stress that it's fast, easy process. On our express loans, we can sometimes get you a loan in as little as a day. On average, it's about 3 days for an express loan.
And you go out to the business.
Yes.
Which is, I think, really important because a lot of small business, part of it is they're intimidated to go to the banks,
Yes.
to be declined.
Yes.
And also, it's just time. It's time away from the business. So it gives you an opportunity to see the business, to meet the person in their environment, but also then to learn about it.
Yes, we consider ourselves a character-based. Our loans are character-based, so we want to know about your business. We want to know about your struggles, and I want to know about your successes, because I have businesses that I know during the season when a lot of our, here in Monterey County, when a lot of our workers travel to Arizona, migrate for business, a lot of these small businesses are struggling. That is those months that they're gone is their slow time, so they're just trying to keep afloat. And then when these seasonal farm workers come back, I mean, their business booms. I have some borrowers who, just need to borrow $5,000 to get through that slow time, and they're eager to pay us back. When business booms, they want to get rid of their debt. We have no prepayment penalty, so they are able to pay us off. And we create a relationship to where they'll call me in a year and say, Griselda, I'm in need of your help. I paid off my other loan. Since there's no prepayment penalty, they'll turn around and pay it off in 6 months.
So they use it as a bridge loan.
Yes.
And which is good. It is good.
But I also have another customer of mine who was started at farmer's market selling carnival food, funnel cakes, hot dogs, fast, fun food is they started selling at a farmer's market. We were able to get them a loan to open at Northridge Mall. They came to me and they had gotten a no from bank, but they were ready to take their business to the next level. They had a huge following on social media. Every farmer's market they were at, they were just having booming sales. And they felt they were ready, but they did not have the funds to take their business to the next level. So we stepped in a matter of weeks, when they were able to get their permit at the mall, helped them with a loan, $25,000 to have them open. We're now in talks to help them. Just recently, last week I spoke to them. We're working on a loan for a food truck for them.
That's great.
So, we're not only helping you keep your doors open, we're helping you take your business to the next level.
Well, it's about if you've got something and you can give somebody that boost to expand, which is also important, because sometimes it's not just keeping the doors open, but it's helping them get that path. And that's all about employing people, which is what economic development's all about. It's providing jobs.
Yes, them keeping their doors open is going to be better for their family. It's going to be better for the families of their employees, and it's just altogether better for our economy.
That's really good. So is the bulk of your business in the Salinas Valley?
The bulk of my business is, I cover Santa Cruz and Monterey and San Benito counties. A lot of my business would be Santa Cruz and Monterey counties.
Okay. So throughout, just no
throughout the Tri-County.
No particular segment.
I would like to say Watsonville and Salinas is very busy for us. We, like I said, a large majority of our borrowers are low to moderate income, and we go out and find them. We find them. There are great bankers such as yourself who really genuinely care about those borrowers and don't want their dreams to end in their parking lot, right? So they will give you resources to to someone else that maybe would be able to help you with an affordable loan. When bankers use us as a resource, it's good for them because they're able to keep their borrowers in-house. A business owner is more than likely to go directly to their bank to try and get that small loan if they use Opportunity Fund as a resource and we're able to help them. Ideally, we want to make them bankable. We want to get these borrowers to, once they have been in business for so many years. We want to get them back to the bank because you're probably going to have a bank will have a lower interest than what we're providing. We're just trying to fill that gap so they don't have to turn to credit cards. Credit cards eventually will max out, and we want to make you look more favorable in the eyes of a bank.
And you do report to
Yes.
to the credit bureau, so
Yes,
they
we do.
can start as a business establishing a record of having a successful borrowing relationship, which is also very good for a bank to see.
Yes,
Yeah.
our loans are term loans. So an example would be if you need $5,000 and you have zero interest on your credit card, that's probably a good option for you if you know you can pay it off, before the interest will damage you. And that's one option. But we will report to the credit bureau. You want to look favorable. We want to make you bankable.
Sure.
So because that's ultimately going to be better for your business. That track record is going to be better for your business moving forward.
So if I want to find you,
Okay.
and I interviewed people all day long that were either depositing or borrowing money, or that's what I did for a living for a long time. And I would oftentimes, rather than say no to someone, if I thought they had the opportunity to succeed, but they couldn't quite fit where I was,
Right.
I would either refer them to a bank that I thought might have a portfolio that could help them, or I would refer them to a fund like yours. And, it's kind of a source of pride for me to be able to walk around the community and see people that I know I was able to get started or to stay in business because I was able to steer them off where they could find help. And then, as you said, they kept their deposits with me. They kept their MasterCard. They kept everything else. So it benefited the bank also. We grew as a community, and we created jobs. If people want to find you, how do they find you?
Well, they can log on to our website, opportunityfundloan.org, O-R-G. They could also call. We have a toll-free number. It's 866-299-8173.
Okay. And we'll put that on again before the end of the program. But I think
Yes.
it's important that people understand that you're just really a phone call or a website away.
Yes, and we do know that there's mom and pop shops that if they close their business to go find me, that's going to cost them money. But we'll happily come out to you. I will come out to you, bring my computer, help you with the loan application process. If you're not, there's also borrowers who are very computer literate and can do everything via email, but we still like to meet our customers. We're there if you need us to hold your hand and walk you through the process. We'd be very happy to do that.
So if you have a loan that is, let's say, documented, where you need more information, what type of information do you require? Do you require 2 years tax returns, 1 year?
Loans under $10,000, we do not require tax returns.
Right.
Loans over $10,000, yes, 1 year tax return.
Okay, so 1 year. And then proof of doing business and personal identification.
In 3 months, a loan over $10,000 would be 1 year's tax, your last year's tax returns, 3 months bank statements, ID, proof of business license. Some loans we can do without collateral.
Okay, so I think that's a good kind of wrap my head around
Yes.
what it is that you need. And if I were to get in touch with you today, what's the timing? If I have my tax return and I have everything that you're going to require, how long does it take you to get out to me to help me fill out the application?
Oh, fairly quick. Fairly quick, probably
Within a week?
Within 24 hours, we'll be in contact. Now, from the time I get all of your loan documents to the time we can get you a check is usually about 5 days. With our express loan, it's our express where it's fast, easy, affordable. That it can be in as little between 1 to 3 days from when I have all the documentation required.
Okay, good. Is this a busy season? Are there ebbs and flows?
Yes, there are. Right now yes, we're in a busy season. It's picking up. We are, with the new administration, there's a little fear in some of our borrowers that we reach out to, because we're out there, pounding the pavement, finding our borrowers, and there is a little fear or a little,
Trepidation.
their guard is up. Their guard is up a little bit more, but I mean, we're still working. We're able to help them. We also do not require you have a social security number. We can help you with the loan if you have an ITIN number.
Okay.
So that is something
so that's
great.
all of that's important. All of it. So how many employees do most of these people have? Are they sole proprietors where it's just themselves, or would you say that most of them have 2 to 5?
It varies. We have some businesses that are just sole proprietors. We have landscaping businesses that have 10 employees. Somewhere a business like Stoney's now has over 15 employees. They started just them, Elvia Salgado, her fiance Sergio, and they employed their family members, helped them with the business. Now they're over 15 employees. So we're, home-based business to a big restaurant that has 15, 20 employees.
That's great. That is great. So, well, you have to have a source of pride, Griselda.
I do.
That you can walk around and see that you've helped these people.
Yes.
They're still in business. They've expanded.
I love to see when they're expanding. I love to see when they're in business. Like I said, we create a relationship. I want them to know if they need, anything, they can pick up a phone and call me. We want to help their business succeed.
Do you want to give us the phone number again?
Yes, it is 1-866-299-8173.
And it's opportunityfundloan.org.
Correct. Opportunityfundloan.org.
Okay. So, Griselda Solis, thank you so much. I just love this program, and I having used another program and having referred some people to you, and you've been able to help them. I'm eternally grateful that you're here in our community and that you're doing such a good job. So thank you.
We're grateful to have you spreading the word about us as well.
Thank you. So this is Your Town. Hopefully you've learned a lot about this. We've gone from medical marijuana to school for children with learning differences to money, opportunity fund. And you know what? All of it creates opportunity in our community. So we'll see you next month. And thank you so much for joining us. I'm Marianne Leffel. See you next month.